All right, we are ready to rock and roll here. I want to welcome you again to the Full Velocity Overview Call. As I said, my name is James Ward. I get to be your host here tonight to tell you everything that you need to know about Full Velocity. Most likely, someone invited you here today to learn about this. And I know for a fact what you're going to see here today is something that is different than you've seen anywhere else. And it's intentionally different. That's like one of the things that we say here very often is we are intentionally different than anything else you've seen. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to ask you a couple times throughout the presentation if you can see me, if you can hear me, things like that. That just helps me get this thing going in the right direction. So to start off, if you can give me a number one that you can see my PowerPoint presentation, that would help me and we can get this thing going. All right. Awesome. Thank you all for that. I appreciate that. That always helps me. Okay. So again, welcome here. You're here for the Full Velocity Overview Call. My objective here today is really just to educate you. This isn't going to be much of a sales pitch because there's not much to sell. What this is it's going to be educational purposes. And my goal is by the time you leave here, you can see if this is something that makes sense for you and your family or not. What I always like to start with, though, is I like to start with what we are as a company, like exactly what we do, because there's a lot of misrepresentation, a lot of misconception, especially when you're dealing in any type of crypto industry. So I want to tell you what we do. Full Velocity is a technology company, and basically what we do is we offer trade scripts and bots, which in turn you can actually deploy to third-party exchanges to participate in the cryptocurrency markets. What we're not, and this is really important, okay? We are definitely not a financial institution, a financial service company. We do not manage, we do not control, and we never have custody of any of your funds. And as we get going here, you're going to see how important that is, okay? And one of the biggest reasons why we are, again, intentionally different than everybody else. But before we get into everything, I'd like to talk just a little bit about the crypto space, the cryptocurrency market. When you hear me say the market or you hear other people say the market, traditionally what they're going to be referring to is Bitcoin is like the main market, right? It's what everything is correlated to for the most part. Not everything, but a lot of it is correlated to it. So when you hear people say it's like someone saying the Dow, in the stock market. Well, here's the thing we know about the cryptocurrency market, though. It is a volatile place, right? I mean, if you look at what the market has done multiple times, there's been huge upswings, there's been huge downswings. And oftentimes, what comes along with huge ups and downs are a lot of emotions, right? I mean, from a perspective of someone who is either buying or selling, oftentimes we let those emotions get involved. And what you're going to learn about here today is a technology that takes those emotions out of the equation, right? It helps you just be able to plug into something to allow your money to grow if you choose to, and really utilize the AI behind it, artificial intelligence behind it to make those decisions. And one of the greatest things about what we're going to share with you here today in our Full Velocity bot is that we thrive in volatile situations. So, when we talk about the volatility market, or we talk about, these huge upswings, or the market dropped 50% or it was up 50%, we thrive in those situations. We also thrive in areas of high volume, right? So if there's a lot of activity, a lot of volatility, a lot of volume, those are times when we absolutely crush it as a technology. And, I think it's important for you to understand as we go forward that, no matter what you're doing in the cryptocurrency market, you have to understand that there's going to be ups and downs, right? If you're talking about real trading and real, types of things like that, for a fact that there's going to be some big swings up, big swings down. What we do as a company is we actually protect from that. And we're going to talk about that as we get going here. You've heard me already say, I think this is the third time I've said it, that we are intentionally different from every company out there. And, what really makes us different is how we actually operate as a technology company rather than a company that is either a financial company or posing to be a financial company. So what does that mean? Well, you see most companies out there, when you're using anything in regards to trading or, utilizing their traders or, the people that they say that they're traders or their technology or whatever it is, they want you to send the money to them and then they want to trade on your behalf. I know if you're on here today or if you've been looking at anything out there, you've probably seen opportunities that say, hey, send your money to us. we're going to either guarantee you some type of rate of return, or we're going to trade for you, something like that. That's not what we do. We actually deploy our technology out there. You utilize a third party to actually manage your own money, and it's full control. And that's so important for you to understand. What we're giving you is the ability to be your own puppet master, right? Where we give you the ability to use our technology, but you pull the strings on exactly what you do. So I want to talk a little bit more about that. Like, what does that mean to have control of what you're doing? What does it actually equate to when we talk about business? Well, number one, having access to your funds. I mean, how many times have you seen a platform out there that they want you to send your money in, and then you're tied up for a certain amount of time, right? Whether it be 90 days, 100 days. I saw one that is 800 days, right? So you're tying your money up for all this amount of time, and you can't have access to it. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I have a family. I have two kids, and there's been times in my life where I had emergencies. I needed the money, right? I needed a way to get access to it. And that's what we're offering here. We're offering you ability to control what you actually do. So being able to withdraw your profits every single day, as many times as you want a day, actually, because there could be potential, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. There could be potentially multiple profits. No lockup periods, right? You don't have to wait for a certain amount of time, or wait for your money to double or triple, or whatever the outline is of the platforms that you're looking at. You don't have to do any of that, right? It's just something that you plug into. When you want to continue, you continue. If you don't, you don't. We never touch your funds as a company. I said that on the second slide. I want to say it again. We never manage your money. You do not send your funds to us, and that's so important for you to understand. We are not a financial company. So if you are sending your funds out there, people, you need to make sure that they have the actual licensing in place to be able to do that. And we don't, right? Because we don't need them. There's no withdrawal fees other than the normal blockchain withdrawal fees, right? So if you go to withdraw funds from us, we're not going to hit you with some 50% fee or whatever the fee is, and we're not going to pay out in some token and then make you go out to the market and sell it. That's not the way it works. You're going to have different options, and we'll talk about those as we go on. Also, having control as far as transparency, knowing exactly what coins are being traded, how many of these coins are open positions. These are all things that we're going to show you and that you're going to be able to control inside of your full velocity account. So it's super cool, right? Now, I want to talk about the crypto market as far as, what makes it very unique. If you look at the stock market, you look at the Forex market, you look at the commodities market, those are 5 days a week, right? Those are usually from, what is it, 8:30 Eastern time to, maybe 3:30 Eastern time. That's usually when those happen. Then those markets close, everyone leaves for the weekend. What's super cool about cryptocurrency is it's 24/7. It never sleeps. So you literally have the potential to profit. You also have the potential to loss, right? Profit or loss 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's a really cool thing, because what our system does is, as you profit, those profits are going to hit your exchange account constantly, and you're going to be able to withdraw those or do whatever you want with them. And we'll talk about some of the different options that you can do, but you can absolutely take those if you choose to, as soon as these profits hit. Now, I want to talk about the ease of use of full velocity. There might be some of you on here today. You got invited. You were maybe even a little bit scared to show up, right? Because you haven't even set up your first Bitcoin wallet. You're not really familiar with this. And let me tell you something, 95% of people in the world are in that same exact situation, where maybe they've heard of cryptocurrency, but they don't really know how to get started. They're definitely not traders, right? They haven't even set up their wallet to be able to do that. If that's you, you're in a really good spot right now to be able to tip your toe into this market and be able to participate. Also, if you are a trader, or you're someone who has actually been in this industry for a long time, you're going to see what we have is some very unique and is going to be able to benefit you as well. Now, I always use what I call the mom test when I talk about ease of use, right? And that basically means, hey, if my mom was to come in here, who's not very technical, would she be able to go all the way through this process, get set up for herself, and actually participate in this? And the answer is absolutely yes, right? I can assure you, she's never set up a Bitcoin wallet or any type of wallet whatsoever. She would be able to plug in here, use the videos that we have. We literally take you by the hand through our video setup, and it's simple. You can literally be live within about 15 to 20 minutes and have your very first bot, or maybe your second, or maybe your 100th, right, bot working for you in a positive way. Now, One thing that we've done as a company is we have integrated with a company called Dart. Okay. And Dart is basically what we refer to as a third party layered company. They essentially take all the information from all the major exchanges. So, the exchanges like Binance or KuCoin, some of those exchanges that you might be familiar with that the trading is being done on, they take that information and they relay it directly to you, right? Now, what that does is it allows us to be able to do many different things that wouldn't be actually even possible working directly with some of the larger exchanges. You can work with who you want, but we have integrated with Dart. It's completely free to get set up. And one of the reasons why we've worked with Dart is because going back to the ease of use, you have the ability to use almost any currency you want to fund your bot. So you can choose between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, USDC, USDT, bank wires. Okay. Remember when I said, even if you haven't set up your first, Bitcoin wallet, you're in a good spot. You can actually wire money in, regardless of whether you're in the US or any other country out there, you can wire funds in. If you're in the US and you have Zelle, which most major banks do, you can also Zelle money in. So that eliminates some of the barrier to entry that some of you might have had in other platforms where you're having to go out there and jump through hoops, do all these swaps, maybe purchase a coin. All this stuff is not relevant here. This is so simple for you to get started with us here today. Now, what I want to do on this slide right here is I want to talk about the strategy of one of our full velocity bots. And I said we are actually in the process of bringing our second bot out that will be coming next month. So we're not going to talk about that today, but what we are going to talk about is what we currently do have and what's been in business for a long time now. Okay. We have what we call our full velocity flex bot. And I'm going to tell you what it is and what it isn't. Okay. I'm not going to read this whole thing. If you want to read this while I'm talking, feel free to. Okay. I'm going to read just a tiny smidget of it. And if you're one of those people that you're not very technical, this slide right here, I don't want to confuse you. So it has nothing to do with what your potential is here. It just gives people an understanding of what strategies we use. Okay. Number one, I want to start with what we are not. We are not a martingale system. If you're familiar with martingale, that's actually a gambling term that means every single time you lose, you bet on the same bet and you double it, right? We don't do that. That is a very risky strategy. We don't have any repeat buys and there's no big drawdowns. Now, I don't want to spend a bunch of time on drawdowns. Drawdown is essentially the amount that your account has to go down or needs to go down in order for you to get to profit. So if you have a house that's worth $100,000 today, next year it's worth 75,000 because the market corrects, right? It goes down. Now you on paper have lost 25%, right? 25,000, 25%. The next year, let's say it goes up to 150. So now you're in a $50,000 profit if you were to sell. That amount that you went down, that 25%, is considered the drawdown. Okay. That's the same thing in trading. And I just wanted you to understand kind of what that meant by we don't have any of these huge drawdowns. Now, the full velocity bot is a hedge strategy. Okay. And basically what we do is we simultaneously take a long position and a short position to create a natural hedge. Now, some of you, I already lost you. You're like, what is he talking about? A long and a short? Long positions mean we think that the market's going up. Short positions think that we believe that the market's going down. Every single time we purchase a coin, we get one on the upside and the downside, meaning that we are protecting on both sides. It is a hedge. Now, what we are able to do though is we are strategically able to take profits on both sides of the market on a regular basis. And that is what is so amazing about what we do. We protect you from the downside, we capture the upside and give you that potential as well. And all throughout being able to create profits. Now, there's also potential for loss, right? Just like in any real trading, there's always potential for loss. And we'll talk about more of that as we go here. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what we have actually done though, right? That's our strategy, but what has this strategy actually done? Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but back in December and January of 2021 and 2022, those were the two worst months in the last 12 months of the market, right? And the market corrected or went down is a better way to say that. The layman version is it corrected over 50%, right? And some of them actually went down even more than that. When I say some of the coins, some of the altcoins had really big challenges. Maybe some of y'all saw that in the news, even if you're not in the market. And if you're in the market, you definitely know exactly what I'm talking about. And, during that time, I had a lot of people that I knew that were what is considered heavily margined. Okay. That means that they actually have leveraged their account. They used other people's money to trade. And, anytime you're trading in futures, we do that as well. You do trade on margin. But if you're very highly leveraged and the market market starts to go down or you're on the wrong side of the market, it can hurt you very badly. So I saw a lot of people actually lose every single dime that they had in the crypto space because they allowed that emotion, right? The emotion of, hey, it's going up. I'm gonna lose it. I better get greedy and buy more. Hey, it's going down. It's going down. Oh, I think it's down far enough. Now I need to buy some more. Fear and greed. Everything is driven on fear and greed in the market. What is so awesome about AI and the bot technology is we take that emotion out of it. So what our bot did when the market dropped 50%, okay, in that month of January, our bot returned 15.1% and our maximum drawdown was 19.4%. That means that at the worst time, if you would have looked, your account would have been down 19.4%. But if you would have held out for that month, you would have earned 15.1%. Folks, that is a pretty awesome deal, you have to admit, but that's 1 month. I mean, anyone can, what they say, a blind squirrel can find a nut any day. So that's 1 month. But how have we done over time? Well, since March of 2021, our bot has actually produced weekly profits between 0.21 and 5.4%. And we've even had weeks that are lower than that as well. And I'm going to actually show you, I'm going to log in here in a second and show you what we've been doing. But our average, okay, our average, which is really important, has been about 2.4% weekly, not monthly, not daily, right? Weekly. Now, I'm going to tell you why I say that. There's really two types of people out there, at least I classify it. There's the people that don't want anything to do with the crypto space. They're the people that, they work with the banks. They're buying CDs. They're getting that 0.5% for an entire year, right? Not a day, but an entire year. Or there might be people that work with their stockbrokers and, they're trying to get that 10% a year, maybe 8% a year. And I don't know, I managed money for over a decade as a broker. And what we always showed people was 8 to 10% average annual returns. If you did more than that, you would kind of get into some compliant issues because that's what the market, actually produced during that time. The reason why I'm sharing that with you is because most of the time those people, they're part of that 95% and they don't even want to be part of the other percent that knows the crypto space. But there's this other side of the crypto space that has a tremendous amount of misrepresentation. And maybe you all have seen it out there, okay? The misrepresentation are what you see out there where you see people talking about these guaranteed percentages, right? We're going to pay you 1% a day or 2% a day. I just saw one today sent to me 3% a day in some smart contract. It was 3% a day. You're going to earn it. And there's all these safety nets in place. Let me just go on and save you guys some time, energy, and money. Anytime you see a guaranteed anything, you just may as well plan that you're going to lose your money at some point. It does not work. There's never been a professional trader, a real trader in the world that has been able to produce the same exact amount every single day. We all know this, but we let our emotions and our greed get the best of us, right? So when we talk about 2.4% a day, there's some of you out there that are going to go, oh, well, James, I can get 3% a day over here. I would tell you be very careful. If you want to go get the 3% for a couple months until the company goes away, go do it. That's on you, right? But if you're looking for something that's long-term, something that's real, something that is proven and legit, you're in the right place, okay? So with that being said, what I want to do right now is I'm actually going to stop sharing this. I'm going to log into a back office here and actually show you what you're going to look at when you start here with the system that we have integrated with, okay? So give me 1 second. I'm going to share this screen with you. And I'm going to ask you again, I want to make sure that you guys can see my screen. So if you can give me another number 1 that you can actually see my screen, it should have the word DART there on the top left. You guys see that? Give me a number 1 if you can see that. Oh, thank you all. Thank you. Okay, sorry. I had to find the chat button. That was my bad. Okay, so what you're looking at right now, if you remember, I told you we have integrated with a company called DART. And what we do is, or what we're looking at right now is actually a DART account. Okay. And this is the main wallet of DART. And if you remember how I said you can really deposit pretty much in any cryptocurrency you want for the most part. And you can also do bank wires and Zells to get started. Okay. So that's what this is right here on the main wallet. What I'm going to show you right now, though, is the actual trade wallet. Okay. And the trade script. What we do as a company, again, our trade scripts and bot, the technology that we use. Remember, I said it was called the Full Velocity Flex Bot. Now, this is a demo account, but it's actually live. So it's real. It's real in the sense that you can see it. So I'm going to go here and hit trading report. And I'm going to give you an idea of what our system has done and what things look like. Okay. So I'm going to go here for 30 days and let you guys take a look at this. So This is what real trading looks like. Sometimes it looks a lot worse than this, but we've had a pretty good 30 days. We've also had a pretty good 2 months. I'll show you that one as well. But you can see here, I mean, this was a really good day. It wasn't necessarily our biggest day, but I know it looks like it from a graph standpoint. But if you look at the very top line here, you can see some of these numbers. Okay, so like 0.06, not a great day. 0.522. See the realized P&L. That means what we actually did that actual day. 0.028, zero point 0.5, that's a really good day. 0.316, a good day. 0.33, a really good day. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because I want you to see that it's not always the same. It will be different every single day. Some of the days are great, some of the days are bad. I think this is our very best date that we have had since we launched, which have been in February of 2022, with this making it public. Okay. 0.81. I want you to put that in perspective. Okay. A bank will pay someone 0.5% for an entire year to be able to use their money and then go out there and charge people 7%, right? For their loans. You could earn that in potentially one day, almost double that inside of our system. It's not guaranteed. There's nothing guaranteed. But at the same time, you can see that we've done really well. If you were to add this up, basically what you're going to see is that for the last 30 days, we've done right at 9%, maybe a little bit more than 9%. Okay, that is not too bad. Now, I'm going to talk about the fees and everything associated with that as well. But before I do that, I want to scroll down here and I actually want to show you a few different things. Okay. Number one, I want to show you our open positions. You can see we have 160 open positions. These are the actual coins that we are currently trading. I'm guessing some of you might recognize them. Some of you may not even know them, but let me just go on and tell you, in order for our system to trade any coin whatsoever, there has to be at least a $100 million daily trading volume. Okay. A daily trading volume of 100 million. So 160 open positions. What that means is we have a long and short. So we have 80 longs and 80 shorts. That's just, I was lucky. That's 160. I can do that math in my head. That's what we have right here. Okay. And you can see that yesterday, this is actually yesterday's number, it's 0.017%. So it wasn't a great day. We did okay, but it wasn't a great day. This utilization, that means how much of your money is actually out there working for you. And I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but what I did want to show you is like, if you needed to get your money, let's say you had an emergency for you and your family, the withdrawal button is literally right here. You do that whenever you want. It's your unique experience. We also have an auto conversion. You remember I told you that, basically you have the ability to receive your profits every single time there's a profit, you can receive them, right? So if I go ahead and just click this snapshot here for a second, I'm going to go back a little bit in time here and you can kind of see some of these. But every single time there's a profit, you could actually keep that profit, right? You could withdraw it for you and your family, or if you wanted to, you could auto convert it. That is completely up to you. You can see the example of how this thing works. So the reason why I wanted to show you this is because, it's like buying a car. You want to be able to test drive a car. You want to be able to see it. So I want to show you guys this and show you how powerful this is, and also show you the control that you have at your fingertips, right? This is not something that you have to call someone up and say, hey, I need you to withdraw my money. And they say, okay, it's going to, you still have like 200 days left. So we can't do that. No. If you need it, you grab it. It's up to you. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing this and we're going to go back to the PowerPoint here really quickly. And what we're going to talk about is the real-time profits and that we have here. Okay. Essentially, what that means is every single time there's a profit or a loss that is created inside of our system, tomorrow, by the way, I want to be really transparent. Tomorrow, you're actually going to see these in real time. We've already had it in real time. We just did an upgrade to the system. I just want you to know that starting tomorrow, that will be back where every single time there's a profit or a loss, you see it in our system. That means that you have the ability to take your money. You can do whatever you would want with it. You can auto convert it. It's completely up to you. Now, if you'd like to see like what is possible, like if you were to start with us today, if you go to the link of whoever sent you here, there's a calculator literally on the front of our website. And the reason why we put it there is for you to have some realistic expectations. Oftentimes when we start talking about these percentages and what our technology has done, someone will say, oh, well, if I put $1,000 in a day, I'm going to have $10,000 in 2 weeks from now, right? That's just sometimes how the mind works because of the misrepresentation in the market. That's not reality. So we want you to see a realistic view of that. So feel free to utilize that if you'd like to. So at this point in time, let's talk about the cost. And I know some of you, if you've ever been on a webinar like this where, someone walks you through it, you get to the very end, Then they start talking about the price. They're usually going to throw some price at you like $997, $1997, $3,000, whatever it is. I want you to calm down. Stay with me for a second, okay? Because we do things, as I said, intentionally different. So your out of pocket cost today to use our technology is actually going to be $0. We charge people zero up front to be able to utilize our system, okay? All your costs, all your fees are actually taken from the profits of the trading. It's our technology fee that is generated. Now, the minimum for you to use our technology. Okay. If you wanted to start trading right now with your own account in Dart that we are integrated with, it's going to cost you $200. Okay. When I say cost you, it's your money. It's not costing you anything to use the technology, but it's a $200 minimum requirement to get started. That makes it available to almost anyone in the world. It was $500. We actually lowered it to $200 not too long ago to give access to more people. So it's an awesome thing. So I want you to think about that for a second. I mean, we have created a win-win situation. The only way that we make money inside of our company with full velocity is if our technology works. Think about this. We don't charge anything up front, right? We never touch your money. You are in control of it. And the only way we make money is if you make money. And the way that that works is we essentially have a 30% of net profits technology fee. Okay. Every single time there's a profit generated in your system, we work with Dart and they actually capture that technology fee for us and send it to us. Now, I want to tell you about that 30% fee in a little bit, but if you look out in the market today, usually fees are around 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50% of what you're actually earning. And the reason why people can charge that is because you can't get that on your own, right? This is technology that you want to work. I mean, who doesn't want to be able to earn or potentially earn some of those numbers that we've been talking about, right? Nothing's guaranteed, but people would love that potential. So that is our fee. Now, I want to give you more of a visual breakdown of what that looks like. Okay. Let's just say that you had an account and you had $10,000 in profit. That means that you put money into the bot, it generated you $10,000 in profit. Now, let me be clear on something. In order for you to earn $10,000 in profit in a month, based on the numbers I gave you, you need to have about 100,000 in there. The reason why I'm saying that is because I want you to be realistic. Now, this could be for an entire year, though, or this could be a month, or this could be a day. The numbers always work the same, okay? But in this example, $10,000 in profits, let's just say, for example, that's it. You would receive $7,000, okay? 70% of that would go to you. $3,000 would be the fee that Full Velocity charged. I think most people would be really comfortable with saying, hey, I got in a system that was able to earn me $10,000. They charged me $3,000, but that's 7,000, that I got to get from using their technology. It's an awesome thing. Now, I want to review really quickly what you guys have learned so far, and then I want to tell you about one other aspect of this, and then we're going to wrap this up, okay? What we've learned so far is number one, it's completely free. There's no upfront cost for you to be part of our Full Velocity bot. Number two, you have the potential to earn 7 days a week through the cryptocurrency market. Now, it's potential, right? There's also potential for loss, just like in any real trading. I say this a billion times. If anyone's guaranteeing you any fixed percentage, I don't care if it's a smart contract, I don't care if it's a company, it will not last, period. This is easy to use for newbies. If you're brand new, you haven't even created a wallet on any exchange, you've never been on anything, this is the place for you to get started, right? We've averaged 2.4% a week. That means that it could be lower, it could be more, it could be zero, it could be a loss. That's just what we have done since we started March of 2021. Dart, the company we have integrated with, they accept pretty much all major cryptos as we've shown you to be able to fund your account. You can also use a bank wire or a Zelle. That's really cool, right? You're in 100% control of your funds. If you need access to your funds, go get them. They're yours. We can't even as a company be able to see what you have in there. So we don't know whether you're withdrawing or what you're doing. You are in control of that through your Dart account. So the 100% liquidity is pretty awesome. Now, Full Velocity, we only make money if our technology works. You have to understand, we can't be more transparent with putting our money where our mouth is. I mean, how big of an incentive do you think we have to make sure that we are doing our part, that our technology is working? A huge, right? Because if we don't, then we don't make any money. So You might be thinking right now, well, this is pretty awesome, right? They're not charging me anything up front. It's only $200 to fund my bot if I want to. You might know other people that you would like to invite to be part of this. And if you do, what I want to introduce you to is our full velocity affiliate platform. Now, this may not be you at all. And if it's not, guess what? It's completely cool. But for those that do know others that might want to be interested in this, let me tell you a little bit about it. Okay. Our affiliate commissions are generated from the performance of full velocity bot. There are no guarantees whatsoever of earning any affiliate commissions. In order to earn affiliate commissions, you must refer others who participate in the bot. This is 100% based on your efforts of referring others and the full velocity bot producing. Okay. I had to read that. I don't like reading slides, but I had to read that one. But, if you think about affiliate marketing just for a second as a big scope, like as, a macro view of it, affiliate marketing is everywhere. Every major company in the world today has an affiliate platform. And, it's not as taboo as it once was. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. There was a time where you refer people to stuff, they're like offended by it. Now it's like it's almost common for you to do that. We don't care whether you do it or not. So what I'm saying is you can refer people and that's fine. That's awesome. You're going to have an opportunity to participate in our comp plan, which I'm going to tell you about, or you don't have to. You can just earn through the bot, right? Passively, just letting it work for you. That is completely up to you on what you choose to do. But for those of you who do want to participate, what I'm going to show you right now is our compensation plan. And, it truly gives you the ability to earn while you sleep. As cliche as that sounds, you'll see what I mean here in just a second. Now, again, not only is it 100% optional, it's also completely free to be part of this. There are zero monthly fees. If you thought I was about to say, hey, you can get all this for, $69 a month or whatever. No, there are no monthly fees whatsoever built into this. So no upfront cost, no monthly fees ever associated with our affiliate platform. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. But what I want to talk about right now is residual income. I think we would all agree that if we could walk into our office or our home or wherever and flick on the light and be able to earn income without picking up the phone and calling someone, without doing anything, that type of income is gold, right? It's the holy grail. You talk to any entrepreneur out there, if there's one type of income that they could earn more of, that is absolutely it, the residual income. The problem is this: with affiliate marketing, direct sales, network marketing, all those things combined, usually the way that it works and the only way that you can earn residual income is if someone's buying a product from you every single month, right? Or a service. So that means like they're on an auto ship for a nutritional product or a health product, or they're paying for maybe a legal service, whatever it is. They're paying something every single month. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that business model whatsoever, but it's highly reliant on you picking up the phone, making sure people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Many of you know what I'm talking about, right? What I'm talking about here today, you're never going to have to pick up the phone. You're never going to have to call anyone. You're never going to have to convince anyone to do anything, right? You are going to earn as their technology and their bot grows. So as our technology works, as their balance grows and their profits grow, you get a piece of the technology fee that we're going to be collecting. That's what I'm going to share with you here today. It is so powerful for you to really grasp this, right? No more auto ships, no more monthly fees, no more any of that stuff, but still having a residual income. It's amazing. So, what we have created here is actually a win win win, not just a win win, but a win win win. The person who actually is using our technology is going to win. You're going to win for referring them, and we're going to win as a company. So, what does that look like? Well, you remember in that example where I said someone earned $10,000 in profits, right? And I told you that 70% would go to them. So they would earn 7,000. And then full velocity would take 3,000 of that, right? Our 30% fee. What I didn't tell you is what we do with that 30% fee. And this is what is really unique. Of that 30% fee, right? We're going to pay 90% of that out to you. So in this example, the $10,000 in profit, 7,000 went to the user, right? 2,700 of this 3,000 that was left, 2,700 of it is going to be designated for our affiliates. The company keeps $300. Folks, I want you to think about that for just a second, how powerful that really is, right? How much access and potential you really have with this. So what does that look like? Well, we have what is called a unilevel for our compensation plan. And it's really simple to understand. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm not going through every single thing you can read, but I am going to break down a little bit for you. Okay. So, because some of you don't even know what a unilevel is. So if you look down here, what you see is level. So it says level 1 and it says a payout of 25%. Level 1 basically means I went out there and I personally referred someone. When I personally referred someone, they sign up, they fund their bot, they're my level one. I referred them, right? So I'm going to earn 25% of that fee. So what's that look like? Well, in this example, right, of this $10,000, the $2,700 that go to the affiliates, if this was my person that I referred, I would earn 25% of that 2,700. Not too bad, right? That wouldn't be a bad little payday, especially if that was happening monthly, right? I mean, imagine that. And here's the deal, you can refer as many people as you want. That's the cool thing. You can't, and it's not just one person. There could be several people. There could be 100 people on your level one. Now, we're going to go one step further, and I'm not going to go through all these, but I'm going to go through level 2 through 5. Okay. So let's go out there. I referred you. Let's just say that you're my level one. I referred you. You go out there and you tell someone about it. They sign up with you. Now they're your level one. They become my level two. Now, in the same exact example, if they're my level 2, 3, 4, or 5, in this example, I'm going to earn 10%. Okay. So if you go back here, again, this $2,700 that is designated for the affiliates in this example, I would earn 10% of this, whether they're on my second, third, fourth, or fifth level. That's $270 in this example. We're talking about one person here, right? Imagine if you had hundreds or thousands, you can see the potential. Now, our compensation plan pays all the way to 20 levels deep. So you can go as wide as you want, meaning you can refer as many people as you want, and it goes all the way 20 levels deep. Now, here's the deal. The way that you get to 20 levels deep is through our rank system, which I would venture to say is the easiest rank system in the industry of affiliate marketing. And here's why. We have what we call gears, which is ranks, right? Like first gear, second gear, like we're shifting a car. So if you refer one person, just one person that funds their bot, you automatically open up 3 levels. Okay. What your goal should be is to get to full velocity. If you can get to full velocity, you're going to earn on all 20 levels. Now, the way that you do that is referring 12 people that fund their bot. They don't have to fund it with $10,000. $200 is the minimum, right? So if you have 12 people that you personally referred that fund it with $200, guess what? You are now earning on 20 levels. Every single person that's referred by them, all the way down to 20 levels, you have the potential to earn. Folks, I know that a lot of you, if you've been in this industry, you've seen that find 3, get your product for free, find 4, pay no more. The reason why companies traditionally do that is because they know most people can't refer more than 3 people because there's a cost to get started and there's a monthly fee. People don't usually want to do that unless the product is just outstanding or they're just doing it for the business. They don't want to do that, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about referring someone that's not going to cost them anything up front. It totally benefits them. You're not calling them, asking them for a monthly fee. I know for certain we are going to change the statistic in this industry. Instead of people only being able to refer like 1.5, maybe 2 people, that's the average, 1.5, I think, or 1.8. We're going to take that way up. I know every single person watching this, if you want to be an affiliate, you can get to that full velocity if you really plug into it. So, what I want to encourage you to do is get back with who sent you here today. Get your final questions answered and come be part of this revolution. We're just getting started, right? We're not even 2 months old as a company. We will be, or 3 months. We are 2 months. We're not even 3 months old. We will be 3 months old on May 2nd. So we're almost there, but we're only 2 months, old at this point. So you are in such a unique position to learn about this for, being one of the very first people. So get back with who sent you here, get signed up with them today, and come be part of this awesome thing. I appreciate you spending the time with me. I hope you all got a lot of good information out of here. So have a great night. Thank you for spending the time. All right. Bye-bye.